Welcome to the Equipped Disciple channel. My name is Rick McClatchy. I will be your host. We are here to be and to make disciples of Jesus, and we do that through daily devos, through Sunday sermons, and through other discipleship resources. We are here to equip you. Welcome into another day of your daily devos. I'm Pastor Rick, and we're jumping into the final section here of Proverbs chapter 23. And it's been a good ride so far in this chapter. It's just chock full of good stuff for us to take note of. And so want to just jump right in. 2 sins to run from. That's what we're going to talk about today. And yes, you should run from all sin, just to be clear. And I want to misguide you. Yes, run from all sin. However, there are 2 specific ones in this chapter that are brought up that I think are really worth us taking a look at, because certainly if you look at American culture, these 2 sins are pretty huge, pretty right up in our faces. And so sexual temptation and drunkenness are 2 really big ones for us to take a look at and to try to figure out how can we manage our lives? How can we do things differently in our lives to run from, to avoid these 2 sins because of just the significantly negative impact that they have on our lives. So here we go. Verse 24, the father of a righteous son, and we're just bringing in the last verse from yesterday because it ties in nicely with verse 25. So the father of a righteous son will rejoice greatly, and the one who fathers a wise son will delight in him. So let your father and mother have joy, and let her who gave birth to you rejoice. So just be wise, be righteous, live that life, because it brings joy and it brings pride and it brings delight to those that they gave birth to you. You know, like your father and your mother beaming with pride because you're choosing to live the right way. Again, the life of the righteous, the life of the upright, the life of the integrous, people with integrity, it brings joy and blessing to your own life, because we've talked about this countless times through the book of Proverbs, and really just almost every other book that we've read together, is the blessing of obedience, the blessing that comes along with obedience. So let's live our lives right. Let's choose to follow God, to do what he says, because his commands are life. He puts principles and laws in place for our flourishing, for our very best. Verse 26, my son, give me your heart and let your eyes observe my ways. Just think of God asking you today, my son, my daughter, give me your heart and let your eyes observe my ways. Because a prostitute is a deep pit, and a wayward woman is a narrow well. Indeed, she sets an ambush like a robber and increases the number of unfaithful people. And this is really, again, it speaks to more than just this kind of sin. It really speaks about sin in general, is an ambush, is a trap, and it's kind of aggressive. It's not just a passive thing. So you have to be like set against it, and you need to be running from that kind of stuff. Like, structure your life in such a way that you actively go away from that stuff. Don't toy around with it. Don't see how close to the edge you can get. No, like, stay as far away as you possibly can, because it's a deep pit, a narrow well, stuff that you get stuck in. How many news stories, right, have you read about kids, babies, minors, being stuck in wells, being stuck in caves. I can't think of the word, but you get stuck in these narrow, tight places, and that's the kind of trap that sin sets for you. It's not just we got you to trip up one time. No, it's a narrow well. So you trip up, you fall into it, and boom, you are stuck. And it's not good. And this is especially true in these 2 categories of sin that we're specifically talking about today, because both of them have massive addictive properties to them that that cannot be ignored because they're so real, and it ruins people's lives, increasing the number of unfaithful people. Verse 29, who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has conflicts? Who has complaints? Who has wounds for no reason? Who has red eyes? Those who linger over wine, those who go looking for mixed wine. Don't gaze at wine because it's red, because it gleams in the cup and goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a snake and stings like a viper. So it goes down smooth. It's so good as you're drinking, as you're consuming it. It's so good. It feels so good, and it's resolving the woe, the sorrow, the conflict, the complaints. But then there's this thing about having wounds for no reason, because I can't even remember what happened, right? Like, I have that bruise on my leg. I don't know what happened. Did I trip over the coffee table when I got home? Like, what happened? I don't even remember. And then leftover markers of it, right, the next day, having red eyes and being, hungover and all that good stuff. And your eyes will see strange things, and you will say absurd things. You'll be like someone sleeping out at sea or lying down on the top of a ship's mast. They struck me, but I feel no pain. They beat me, but I didn't know it. When will I wake up? I'll look for another drink. So this is not just describing drinking alcohol. So this is not my goal here is to like demonize drinking alcohol ever. It's not really my goal at all, because it'd be pretty hard for me to build a biblically based case for don't ever drink alcohol, period. But what is very easy to build a biblical case for is don't be a drunkard. Don't even get drunk. Like, know your limits and don't exceed those, because you'll see strange things. You'll say absurd things. You'll get yourself into places where your judgment is compromised, and you will do things you would have otherwise not wanted to do. You will trip and you will fall into the narrow well. I mean, it's just like, again, these things are put out for our flourishing, to help us to succeed in our life of serving God. And so take it into your heart today to review these two particular categories of sin, and just see if you have any vulnerabilities in your life towards either one of these. Take note of it, care about it, work on it, run from it, because it's so destructive. God has better plans for you. God wants to deliver you. Don't even be afraid to admit it, because they put it in the Bible, because it's a real thing, and it's been a real thing for thousands of years. I mean, just to think about when this book was written, and yet so incredibly relatable to today. Like, you read it and you're like, oh yeah, they could have written that yesterday. They might have written slightly different examples than, someone sleeping out at sea, or, lying down on the top of a ship's mast. How do you even do that? But that's a whole nother story. So with that, again, flee from this sin, set your life up to live righteously, to bring joy to your father and delight to your mother and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's where we would like to aim our lives, right? Because we know that our lives are fullest when we are living according to God's plans. So with that, a big hearty God bless you. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.